What's going on, people? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays to you. Coming at you live from studio. How you doing? How we doing productions? This is episode 2 of the Brink Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. This is my co-host, Nick. We got a little different setup this week, so I'm looking straight at you. Look at the camera, Nick. And he's looking straight at you. Yeah, we're up and running. We're back and better than ever. And if you like sports, then this is the show for you. All right. So here we go. We're gonna dive right into it. Well, actually, let me just ask you real quick. How you doing? You okay?
Doing good. Excited to be back on BSP Radio.
BSP Radio, International Worldwide Prestige Headquarters.
Yes. Catalina Wine Mixer.
How you doing?
Brink Sports Podcast. Whoa, let's
Throw
go.
some B's on that bitch. What is it? No, it's D's. Damn.
It's all right. Let's start.
Yeah. So we're gonna hop right into the Yankees hot stove because it's winter right now, and right now that shit's cold. Yankees haven't been doing ungats. If you're a Sopranos fan, you know what that means. Yeah, man, it's been fucking brutal on the Yankees' end of making moves and making their team better.
Yeah, the word is complacent. They are being very complacent with what they have. They think they have a championship team right now, as constructed.
They do.
We signed Ahmed Rosario and Mr. Blackburn.
Big move, baby. Med Rosario and Blackburn.
I mean, I'm not...
These are the guys that are going to do it. Bring them number 28.
As a Yankee fan, you know that, like, in the offseason and then the deadline, like, usually Cashman's like Santa Claus and he delivers. But it really seems like this offseason, it's like they're not going to bring anything in, which I don't believe yet.
We don't believe yet.
Usually they sign their little pieces, you know. Bellinger's going to be a late signing, whoever he signs with.
Right.
You know, he's testing the market. Same with other guys.
Right. We're still holding out hope. We still believe, and we're going to get into it a little bit later in the show, how, you know, the Yankees could get better, what moves they should make, what they shouldn't do, what they could have done. Some time has passed since we've been on the mics with you guys. But yeah, so complacency, Ahmed Rosario, Paul Blackburn, back with the Yankees. We can only react to what's going on now. And what's going on now is that. And I guess their idea, right, is there's been some rumors out there. I've heard that they want to try Rosario out at first base.
Yeah,
another classic play in Brian Cashman's handbook of getting guys that don't play the position to then play the position.
You know, I just love how baseball's changed. I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing, but it's just changed to be like, oh, well, let's see if this guy can play this position. Like, you know, they're just moving guys
I like
around.
the idea of having guys being able to play multiple positions, but they have to play them well.
Yeah, and the thing
they can't be a like, yeah, you could fill in an emergency, sure, but like, the Yankees' idea with Ahmed Rosario is not to fill in an emergency. It's to platoon him at
both
third
corners,
and first base.
Which, I do not like Rosario. I think he was a good addition. He was just hurt. But
I'm not mad about bringing Ahmed Rosario back. No.
If that's the only thing they do, yes, we will.
Yeah, we're gonna be rioting.
Yeah.
There's gonna be problems.
But I think moving guys around like that only really works. Like, you see guys that are successful at that with guys that are very athletic. You know, like Tatis was a shortstop. They just threw him in the outfield because he's super athletic.
You usually see it with like small guys that can.
Bellinger can play anywhere.
Right, small guys that are low to the ground athletes, that can, make their way.
Ahmed Rosario is
make moves out there.
You know, he's a tall guy. Like, he's not like.
Yeah, he's a ball player. No, it's okay. He's good for what he is, but like you said, if that's the only move, and you know you got teams like the Blue Jays in your own division. The Red Sox are out there making moves. You know,
even the Orioles.
If I'm the Yankees right now, how could you be sitting back and not doing anything?
It just doesn't make sense. All your competition in the division's getting better, and the Dodgers are resilient at getting better every offseason. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, Dodgers just won the World Series, back-to-back champions. They go out and sign the biggest need for their team, which is relief pitching. They get the best one on the market. Yeah. No and ifs or buts. Oh, is he going to work out? Is he going to pan out? Give him the money.
And I might sound like a hypocrite saying this because I'm a Yankee fan, but not as of late. You know, the Dodgers fans, the fan base is so privileged.
100%.
You know how many Dodgers fans were just like, oh, we just need a closer. Let's go.
It's weird saying that, and it kind of feels wrong because, like, a lot of you've heard that. Like,
but that's how the tables have turned now.
No, it
You
is
know?
but they do everything to win, and as a sports fan, that's all we could ask for,
Yeah.
right? If we're not betting on the games, if you actually, obviously, everyone bets on the games from time to time, but if you're really watching the sports because you love them and you want your sports teams to win, you want them to reciprocate that same kind of energy.
Yeah, and back to like the complacency, they're complacent going into every season, and then it's like all hands on deck at the deadline. We
Shouldn't
have to
say
get more.
complacent, more so like making the wrong moves.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
we were
a
saying
lot of the stuff that Cashman did hasn't panned out.
yeah, and we were saying earlier like the sorry, they think we think not we think the Yankees front office think they have a team to compete for a championship, right?
Yeah, Boone
Which is
said
the
it.
goal
Cashman
every
has
year.
said it.
Because
recently.
we had the same record as the Blue Jays, which is the best record in the AL last year. But, I mean, in the playoffs, you know, the bread's, what is it? What's it saying? Proof's in the pudding, right?
Yeah.
Postseason. We were going to lose a wild card series if it wasn't for Cam Schlittler, which nobody wrote that up. You know what I mean? That just happened.
No,
Just
Brian
a freak
Cashman
of
did
an
not plan
athlete.
that.
He just shoved.
Yeah.
And then we got our butts kicked by the Blue Jays. So,
Yeah.
know, how do you think-
And butts kicked, like emphasized kicked, like they got destroyed.
yeah.
You know, and the Yankees probably don't think it's that far of a gap because what did they lose 5-1 in Game 5? It's like, but that's such like, you know, it's like a loser mentality to me to be thinking like, oh, we did this well, so let's kind of bank on that and hope it works again. No, go out there, make the moves that are going to put you over the top.
Yeah.
That leaves no uncertainties out there, and you feel uber confident that you're going to do what it is you've been trying to do since 2009.
Yeah, I mean, we keep going back to the Dodgers because they're just the playbook right now. You know, it's not even like we went to the CS. We got knocked out in the DS.
Yeah.
You know, I could understand if you go to the CS like, oh, we still have a competitive team. We're going to try and bring back the same group of guys, fill in the holes we need. We didn't even make it to the CS, right?
No.
And the Dodgers just won the World Series. They fill their hole. Like, what's the deal?
And they won the World Series, and they didn't even have their best team out there. You know,
Yeah.
they won it because of the experience, and you know, obviously the Yankees don't have that to bank on.
Yeah, they're a dangerous group of guys now because they've done it
Yeah,
over and over.
a lot of the 2024 team is still intact, so you know they have the experience of getting to a World Series. But you know, to kind of wrap up like this first part of what we're talking about is, I don't think that obviously everything is done because we still have a lot of time until we start playing baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And this has kind of been like the new age wave of signings, especially with Scott Boras. He's notorious for this.
Yeah.
And I kind of think Bellinger is blocking things up because they're not out on Bellinger. They're definitely
He is, yeah. But
one of the top 3 teams that are going to be signing him.
Yeah, and it's also a reach to say you think you have a great team going into the season without Bellinger, who brought you so much versatility. We would not have done what we did without him.
Yeah.
Not that he played spectacular the whole year.
No,
the
but he was a
versatility he
consistent
gave
guy
us,
that was
yeah.
there pretty much every day, and he could play 3 positions and play them above average.
Yeah, you lose a lot of versatility without him in the line.
And put together a good at bat. You know, he's a winning ball player,
He is.
and the Yankees don't have a lot of those guys. So, what we want to see happen, we were talking about this.
Yes, we will give you the answers here on the Brink.
Yes,
BSP.
that's what we're gonna give you right now, and
We have 2 options.
2, and a lot of you probably think the same way. I mean, it's been floated out there for a while now, but obviously there's been talk about Corey Seager being moved. Texas has moved Marcus Semien. They who else have they moved? They moved on from Adolis Garcia. They didn't bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
I think they unloaded some pieces at the end of the year last year. Was Nate Eovaldi maybe? I don't know.
I'm not sure about it. Yeah, they're breaking it down.
Yes, they're definitely breaking it down. So we'll see exactly where that goes if they end up trading Seager. But I think we both think Seager would be, although he is lefty, the end of the day, the Yankees' agenda, and I think everybody agrees on this, is You have Aaron Judge, you have Garrett Cole, right? But if we're talking the Yankees lineup, that's what we're talking right now.
Mm-hmm.
They need ducks on the pond in front of Aaron Judge. They need spades in a row. You know what I mean? Like they need to have guys in front and give him opportunity to produce while he still can at this elite level.
Yeah, I mean, look at because Judge had that with who? He had that with LeMahieu, right? Then he had
really
his
it.
fall off, and then he had it with Soto, and that was
Right.
just an anomaly of a season.
Yes.
Because you had Juan Soto, but
Yeah.
you
But
need
Seager is that he tops out at all the kind of velo stats and everything like that. He's a good, solid at bat. He swings a lot on the first pitch. He's got a lot of pop. He plays a decent defense. You know, he's kind of aging, which wouldn't be the best for the Yankees on kind of a older team, what they've usually had. But he definitely brings everything that we're looking for. And if we're looking to contend this year, I definitely think it solves a lot of problems. There's moves that have to be made along with Corey Seager because you can't have that many lefties in the lineup. But he definitely will put some pop in front of Judge and give him an opportunity to really impact winning.
Yeah, so our pitch was because a lot of times Cashman doesn't make moves that makes things less complicated. He makes things more complicated.
Yeah, by making guys play different positions.
And with their theme of we owe guys like Anthony Volpe a certain amount of reps and starts throughout the year, which we don't at all. And just to add too, if you had Corey Seager in that infield, you know, he's an established veteran. He's won championship. Like, you know, that's better than having him.
Has he won 2?
He won.
Was he on the 2020 team? I think he was.
He might have.
Yeah, he was. He's won 2.
Yeah, so having him at shortstop rather than Anthony Volpe's in his head at times.
God bless
Excuse
you.
me. Thank you. Having that type of strong proponent or piece he would become somewhat of a leader in the clubhouse rather than Anthony Volpe who's struggling at times, making all these errors. That's going to bring a great dynamic in our clubhouse.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
but
absolutely. He'd be a great veteran presence for those guys.
I want a veteran shortstop.
And he's been around winning, you know, and he knows what it takes.
Yeah. So who are we, if we were Brian Cashman, shipping off to make this a lot more simpler as a unit?
Yeah, I mean, I think the no-brainer is going to be Volpe in that deal because you're trading away a shortstop. You know, get a shortstop, a big league shortstop, if that's what you want to call him. No offense, Anthony. I'm sure you're a great kid, but you know, it's been rough out here for you, man. And I think a fresh start for him might bode well. You know, because he's obviously he got drafted to the MLB. He's got skill, you know, but it hasn't worked out here, and the fans are on him. And if you go to Yankee games, man, like there's people saying some bad shit about Anthony Volpe.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of patience with
him. And
it
it doesn't even matter. Like he could hit a home run if he strikes out the next time. He's getting berated.
Listen, it's hard to fill that spot, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of expectations. A hometown kid, drafted by the Yankees, high overall. You know, he got the number. He came up like the rookie year. He beat the kid out of short. There was so much hype around him, you know. But the Yankees have a history of, you know, holding on to prospects for too long. And when they do bring those prospects up, they give them too much opportunity. And they run themselves into a situation
where
that we're in right now.
They don't have the value they had as a prospect. Yeah. And you should have traded him.
Miguel Andujar, that guy, God bless him, he's just recovering.
Yeah,
now.
He got the worst of it, Andujar.
Yeah. Miguel Andujar, who else? I mean, Clint Frazier, who knows with that guy if he was really involved, like wanted to play baseball. But I know he had injuries. I don't want to sound insensitive to that, but
yeah, so basically, trade Volpe.
Had some issues.
If they're going to want some pieces, right? And I'm willing to see Dominguez go too. I'm not married to Dominguez. I think it'd be an ultimate move of, you know, they're not prospects anymore. They're young talent, but Trade him away.
Yeah.
Let him go do whatever in Texas. You know what you're getting out of Corey Seager.
I think Volpe and Dominguez.
All right, you throw a couple picks in there. Like, what else?
No, because those are those are two big leaguers.
Yeah, those are
so if you do that and then two minor leaguers, and the Yankees probably take somebody else.
Yeah, because
that probably works
for Texas. You're taking a lot off their payroll from Seager, and they're taking on 2 rookie contracts. The guys they could play every day.
Yeah, the only thing is that if the Yankees have, I think it was as their payroll is now, they have around, if they're staying under the luxury tax, it's $27 million. So if they're signing Bellinger, they're not staying under the luxury tax because it's already going to cost more than that. It's going to cost probably $30.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to be over no matter what. If we make one big move, we're going to be over.
I think that you got money coming off the books eventually. Just do it. And why not defer money? Why not?
Yeah, let's play the Dodgers game a little bit.
I saw something of the Dodgers the other day, how many guys they have on their team that have deferred money. It's everyone.
Really?
Tommy Edman, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez. I'm pretty sure Mookie Betts has deferred money now. They reworked his contract.
Dude,
obviously, Shohei.
That has to be addressed because you can't. I get it.
It's not like they. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not like they. It's like a couple $1 million they're deferring. It's like $50+ million to all of these guys.
All the Dodgers deferred contracts, please.
He's got it right now, and the
guy.
Dodgers currently owe significant deferred money.
$1 billion. Yeah, Blake Snell too.
Blake Snell, yeah. Tanner Scott.
Edwin Diaz deferred money. So is there any talks about how this is unfair in baseball?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I get it that
up to 2047.
That is
they're going to be
crazy.
paying all of these guys.
I get it that it's a business, and from anywhere from being on the field to the front office, it's whatever edge you can get. That's what baseball is about. But the Dodgers have found a way to do it, and because they have the success, guys are willing to buy in and defer money to win and do all that and build their careers.
Right.
But it's only them. I mean, there might be a couple other.
No, I'm sure there's other teams out there that do it, but they don't do it to the extent that they do.
Yeah, and just my thing is, you can't have Shohei Ohtani, who's what is his contract? His contract was what? How much annual? Was it 70? Am I crazy?
I think it was. Well, yeah. So according to what he signed, it was $700 million for 10 years?
So that's $70 million a year.
Yeah.
That's just unheard of that he's hitting the payroll for $2 million. That's you can't have. That's not I don't want to sound like a baby and say that's not fair, but listen, you could work the contract however you want.
He's gonna get $68 million a year from 2034 to 2043.
You could listen. You can.
Man, that's awesome.
You can sign whatever contracts you want between you and the player and the agent, deferred or not. But you can't have that with a luxury tax in mind, and have these guys only hitting the payroll for $2 million.
Yeah,
I get it. It's a black or white type of scenario, but there has to be a gray area in terms of building a team. You can't have Shohei Ohtani hitting your payroll for $2 million.
Yeah, but you know what the problem? You know what the problem is though. Now it's
what?
how do you fix it? Because if you go in there and if you say there's a certain cap on money that can be deferred, the Dodgers still have that leg up on everybody that did it already.
You can defer whatever you want, but in terms of there has to be at least 50% of the percentage of that contract annual, like the annual payment, that has to hit the payroll.
Or you have to pay tax on it.
Then you're building these teams that, you know what I mean? Not every team can get people to buy in because you guys, I'm sure they're not the first to do it, but you guys made it a trend. Now you have this team.
Wow. So the Dodgers have 9 deferred players under contract. And then the next team is the Blue Jays, who recently did it with Santander last year. And I guess somebody else. And the Red Sox deferred money to Bregman.
One has more than 2.
And it's you're deferring money to Bregman, who may opt out. So what? You deferred money to him to be on your team for 2 years, and now he's going to opt out, and you're going to still be paying him?
Stupid contract. But I don't. I think MLB should step. Like that's absurd.
There has to be something that has to be
Because
reworked. I don't have the
they're doing
answers.
something that no one else is doing, but it's a hard thing to start doing now when the Dodgers have $1 billion deferred already.
Right.
You know
They
what I
already
mean?
took advantage of it.
And you have 4 MVPs and Cy Young winners and 2 championships
Blue
in the
Jays-
past 2 years.
The Blue Jays just signed Dylan Cease and just did it with it too. So
I
teams
get
are
it,
falling
it's a
into the
trend.
trend. So
But you should regulate this
But you know
as
what?
it's becoming a trend.
we're not involved in the CBA and is that it? CBA?
Yeah.
I thought that was basketball for a second. We're not involved with the CBA and the MLBPA and all that stuff. We don't really give a shit about that right now. What we do give a shit about is the Yankees getting better.
Yeah, sorry to go on the tangent.
And
It just bothers me.
yeah, no, but why don't they start doing that?
We could, but it's like, people will go because we don't have the team the Dodgers do. I'll take a discount on my contract and get the money later if I know I'm definitely going at the CS and possibly winning a championship. Not that it's unclear with
Yeah,
the
but
Yankees,
the Yankees
but it
still
is.
have that kind of appeal, that star power. Like if you're really that big, like you'll make your money.
Yeah, I get the argument. If we could do it, you could do it. But
No, the Dodgers do have a leg
Yeah.
up. It's like you're
Yeah.
going to Los Angeles, you're living there, and
just the Otani thing, he can't be on. You can't have a $70 million player, and that's basically like you have almost $100 million to play with because he's taking $2 million a year.
if I'm not mistaken,
That's like us having Aaron Judge and Stanton making $4 million on hitting the payroll for $4 million, right? And then so we basically have $100 million deferred,
yeah,
and so we could have a $400 million payroll.
it
and only
feels
be paying 300.
it feels kind of like they're cheating. in
Yeah,
a
and
way.
I don't know why it's not a narrative. I don't know why no one's talked about it.
I mean,
I get it; it's contracts and this and that, but at the end of the day, the MLB.
no,
right,
I mean,
commissioner,
there's nothing in the rules that say that they can't do it.
That's baseball, right?
Yeah.
We've seen it with the trash can and all this stuff.
right.
Any
They
edge you
find
can get.
loopholes.
It's from the clubhouse to the front office to on the field, everything, right? But
Yeah,
the MLB comes in and has to regulate these things. That's just.
absolutely.
But I guess they don't mind because the Dodgers are the Dodgers for them
Yeah.
right now.
Well, we'll see if they go ahead and roll with that tactic. But
Yeah. Let's get back to us being Brian Cashman.
yeah, so if we were Brian Cashman, we would either go with Corey Seager, right? We talked about that,
Or Tatis.
and I was just getting into.
Yeah.
We didn't say that. We would, Tatis,
Both similar contracts you would take on.
similar
that are-
contracts, different players. Fernando, I mean, but what's the thing? Can you put him back at shortstop?
I think he's one of those guys that are athletic.
I don't know.
100%.
I don't know if the Yankees First of all, I don't think that the Padres are going to trade him. Why would the Padres trade Fernando Tatis?
Yeah, they're not selling like the
Like if
Rangers
they're
are.
gonna sell, they're gonna sell
You have to make
Xander
it-
Bogarts.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna give a big contract and they're gonna pair a prospect with it. They're not gonna get rid of Fernando Tatis. This is kind of a dream scenario, but Tatis would be a great option too. Obviously, he's got the star power for New York. He's clutch, young, athletic.
He's got the swag. He would be like Jazz Chisholm on steroids out
Yeah,
here.
and I think if you bat him in front of Aaron Judge, that's electric city.
Could you imagine being a pitcher starting game 1 of a playoff series? You got to face Tatis and Judge.
No,
That'd be scary.
I'd poop.
That's runs. Same thing with Seager. I mean, you're going to produce a lot of runs with either of those guys. And, basically our pitch is Dominguez and Volpe are, I can't think of the word.
Expendable.
Expendable, yeah. We do not need those guys. You don't owe them anything. And you get rid of the headaches,
Yeah.
Dominguez out in left field it's not fun to watch for any Yankee fan.
Not
No one
pretty.
likes it.
Not
And
pretty.
it's the type of, clumsy play that, it's not like he could just learn it. I don't think he's got it. I
No,
don't think he's got it.
I mean, he does have a little bit more leeway because he didn't have a lot of consistent playing time. That's the only thing that you're kind of leaning on. But you don't go into a season with Jason Dominguez as your starting left fielder
Yeah.
with Trent Grisham out there, who's, let's face it, he's a question mark. I mean, he fell apart in the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
He
his
has
bat's
never
a
came
question mark.
close to putting up those numbers. You don't know what you're going to get with Trent Grisham, so that's scary. And if you go ahead and roll out Jason Dominguez and he's a disaster, then what? So, and Fernando Tatis brings a little bit of outfield depth as well. Jazz Chisholm brings outfield depth too. I don't know why they haven't flirted with that a little bit. They haven't really had the need to, but they could this year
Yeah, so
if they don't end up getting Bellinger.
I think the big move that Cashman would be making would be in a trade. I mean, signings is only really Tucker and Bellinger, which as each day goes by, I just don't think we're getting either of them.
Yeah.
Especially if we only have 27 million to play with, because they want to stay.
I kind of still feel like we're gonna get Bellinger.
I would love to keep Bellinger.
I feel like teams aren't gonna go. They're not gonna go crazy for Bellinger.
I just worry.
And you also got Tucker out there too, so you got to really see what. I think he's gonna sign before Bellinger, but Bellinger's gonna try and sign before him.
Definitely waiting for Tucker to increase the market for him.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't know. Cutting it pretty close.
Yeah, so I think it's probably going to come down to the wire with that. They're definitely still in play for him. But if they don't end up making a trade for Tatis, that's going to require a haul. I don't even really know what it looks like, but that would be amazing, man. That would be absolutely.
Other signings potentially, right? Michael King's a free agent.
Michael King is a free agent from San Diego, former Yankee. I don't know if I really want to go down that road of bringing him back here. He's had some arm issues, like the Yankees know it best.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't like that idea. Like,
all right,
I think the Yankees pitching guy, and this is the A+ scenario. I'm gonna get into the second move that we were talking about too.
Yeah, God.
They need to sign the Japanese guy from Amai.
Japanese guy from Japan, Amai.
The guy from Japan, Yatsama Imai. I'm definitely butchering that. But
yeah, I mean,
they definitely should take a flyer on him. He's not going to demand a lot of money. Give him an opportunity.
Yeah.
Let's get some Japanese guys on this team again.
Is he how big of a prospect is this guy? I haven't.
He's good.
Is he like Yamamoto or Sasaki?
Yamamoto more.
Okay, because Yamamoto got a nice contract, but
he's less than Yamamoto.
But Murakami just signed with the White Sox, which I don't really understand.
Yeah, but I think a lot of Murakami, I think
his market was low. He only got
he got fucked somehow.
He got 32 million for 2 or 3. It was
it was 17 mil a year.
Yeah, low. I mean, I guess it's
coming over from Japan. Their years probably weren't there for him. Here we go. 10-5, 1.92. This is Tatsuya Imai. 10-5 record, 1.92 ERA. 0.89 whip in 163 and 2/3 innings. He's got 178 strikeouts, 45 walks, 5 complete games, 3 shutouts. Like that.
Yeah, I mean, he can pitch.
Through first 8 innings of combined no-hitters, 17 strikeouts, and a shutout. This guy sounds like he's got some balls. And
all right, am I?
The Yankees could use that.
Yeah,
especially with Rodon and Cole being out, man.
We can shift into a team that gets far in the playoffs because we had dominant pitching, and we don't need this stacked lineup. I mean, you still need a good lineup to go deep in the postseason.
But the lineup can have more of a hitting philosophy.
Yeah.
Than more so just get up there and try and hit
hit home runs and give our pitcher a lead.
Yeah.
If we have Cole, Fried, Rodon, Schlittler, Clark Schmidt's kind of a question mark. We don't know what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
And then, before those two, Amai, and then Will Warren. Right. We got arms.
We got depth for days.
We got Luis Heel too.
Yeah, you got arms.
You have depth. Fix the bullpen.
You got arms. You can figure out the bullpen. You can make a move at the trade deadline. But Imai definitely needs to be in the Bronx. Bellinger, I still believe the Yankees should really do it. I don't know what it's going to get to. If it gets to something crazy like 7 years, that's a bad deal.
Yeah,
but if it's like in the realm of 5 and you got to push it to 6,
I'll do 6.
I really wouldn't want to do 6. 5 is a sweet spot, but if you got to meet on, because that seems where it's going, the Yankees should do that for 6 years.
Yeah, seems like he's asking for 7, so he at least gets.
Still
6.
a youngish player. The only gripe with him is he hasn't put up productive seasons for more than 2 consecutive years. But listen, the guy's been in the league for what, 8 years. Like you really, it's kind of a shitty argument if you ask me. Like he had early success with the Dodgers, and teams figured him out. Maybe he lost a little bit of pop with that shoulder injury. He had to kind of change his swing. Couldn't swing as aggressively, and he's reformed and he's become a really good, consistent hitter that does everything well.
Yeah, I mean, he really found it with us.
Yeah, he did. He had not a great year. He had a very good year.
He was one of the most
Batting in front of
productive
Judge,
batters
and if
for
you could
us,
throw
players
somebody
for us.
else in front of Judge along with Bellinger, and also kind of like do something that would be like, yeah, like let's fucking go get Bo Bichette.
Yeah, this is our other pitch.
Go get Bo Bichette, man. That would be such a blow within the division if you go out there, they just beat you in the ALDS. You go out there, you poach one of their best players. You bring him over to the Bronx. You let him play second base. You move Jazz to short. You make a deal for Volpe. And then you got a loaded pitching staff. The outfield is set. Gold Glovers all across the field. The only question mark then is first base. But I'll roll the dice with Benny.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about Ben Rice.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get another. I mean, with this Rosario playing first, seems like they might not get another guy to play first.
Oh, he's the platoon first. It's already set in stone.
That's great to not have an actual
out.
First baseman at the position. That's really really good.
Yeah, they're gonna go into the season without an actual first baseman.
It's funny to think that they have the Yankees have a front office that this is their job, right? We're talking about it on our podcast, but this is their job. Like, they're getting paid money to present ideas and theories and plans and executions to bring a championship caliber baseball team to New York. And it's like, hey, let's not have a guy that actually plays first base. No matter what, if the ball's hit in the infield and you're making a play, he's touching it. It's not like, second, short, third. It's a percentage of times. He's got to catch the ball every time. That's terrible.
You win ball games with a first baseman that knows what he's doing, man.
Yeah.
Every position on the field is important, and that's why I hate today's baseball. Or like, I don't know, because I don't watch. Like, I watch a lot of baseball, but I'm not locked into every game like I'm locked in with the Yankees. So I'd love to know if other teams like have guys out there that don't play the right positions. I know that they're trying it more frequently, and even just guys coming in playing the Yankees, you see it. But it feels like the Yankees do it more than anybody. How are you building a team? First of all, and this isn't really based on position; it's more, on dexterity. But you get 3 catchers that are all left-handed.
Yeah, the roster made no sense.
Where is the balance?
And it's crazy how we've been so right-handed, and now we are way too left-handed.
Screaming for years. Too right-handed.
I don't know how you run a front
office. We're at Yankee Stadium.
And you become this.
Short porch, and let's get a right-handed lineup. No, they figured it out, and now it's 2 left-handed. It's a joke.
So,
figure it out.
You sign Bo Bichette, you bring in a righty bat, and your infield becomes great. He could play great second base. Jazz Chisholm's great athlete, came up as a shortstop, which we never got to see him at shortstop because
that would be electric.
Because we owe Anthony Volpe the world. So yeah, Jazz would be making. I mean, you see the plays he makes at second, right? That'd be a great infield.
Yeah,
great infield. You platoon for first and third with a righty, and then we like another. Is he Japanese? I don't know.
Who?
Steve Kwan, baby. You bring in that
He's American.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, but...
Banged.
I mean, Steve Kwan, make a trade for him.
Steve Kwan, if you don't end up going the route of Bellinger, I mean, Chase Dominguez, you are a Cleveland Guardian.
Go ahead. Be my friend. And now you have a leadoff hitter.
Which we haven't had since 2019.
A leadoff hitter
DJ
who,
LeMahieu.
Can you pull this up, Dan? Can you pull up Steve Kwan's swing and miss percentage? Because he never, if he swings, he's either putting it in play or fouling the ball off. Like, he rarely misses the ball.
Yeah.
Which, if you're building a baseball player, that's such a great trait to have.
Stephen Quinn has an extremely low swing and miss rate at 9 to 10%.
That's insane. So now if you bring in Bichette, So now if you're those three players, right? Jazz, Bichette, Steve Kwan, you guys got guys that are athletic
Or Bellinger.
or Bellinger, guys that are athletic that can run the bases, can steal bags.
Yep.
This is better. This is a and like we said with our moves as Cashman, you kind of get rid of the question marks.
You do. You don't leave it up for chance. That seems to be the Yankees' MO. If they, have relied on that for the past couple of years and it hasn't worked out, but they're still rolling with it up to this point. We'll see where it goes. We'll be with you along the way for the ride. Nothing, like I said, Ungats right now, but we'll keep you updated.
Yeah. Hopefully next week we got more action to talk
Yeah,
about.
please, man. Something. It's been dry out here. But we're going to go ahead. There's been some talk about this. If you're an MLB fan, there's 30 MLB teams right now. They want to go ahead and add 2 more within the next probably, 5 to 10 years?
10 years maybe.
So we were just brainstorming like what we think would be some good MLB cities, potential new MLB cities. So what do you think, Nick? Give us some of the ones that
the
can be
first
possible.
one that came to my mind when we were talking earlier was Tennessee.
Tennessee
or
is the big
Nashville
one.
specifically.
Yeah, Tennessee, I feel
That
like
would be like it's just an up and coming Nashville's awesome. You hear great things about it.
yeah.
You give them a baseball team, they'd be all over it.
It's already such a great sports town. They have Vanderbilt there. They have the Predators. They have the Titans. It's such a happening town. Like, they would kill it. Absolutely kill it in the baseball market. But Tennessee is definitely one that's talked about. One that we were talking about that sounds pretty good that already has a team or had a team is Montreal.
Yeah, that was like the diamond in the rough I thought of.
Yeah.
Because I was just looking at the list of I was looking at what teams changed to what teams from original the beginning of the MLB, and the Montreal Expos that would just be. I think you bring them back, Montreal Expos.
There would be such
Don't come
hype.
up with this new name.
No.
Because in terms of a market, right? The A's are going to Vegas. We were talking about how Vegas is becoming a great sports town. They're going to have all 4 major sports, but Montreal, Canada follows baseball, right? Obviously, hockey's their biggest sport.
Yeah.
But last year in the playoffs, you had the whole country behind Toronto because it's their only team in the country.
Yeah.
So you can kind of split that in half. And Montreal's a great sports town.
Yeah.
Canadians,
and
it's a great city.
It gives that whole demographic of Western Canada, and it could split up the country like you were saying. It'd definitely be great for baseball. They have such a rich history there. I don't think they ever won a World Series, but I think they were close a couple of times. They had some really good players go through there. Pedro.
It would be cool because you see in sports the throwback unis and this and that, make a modern version of their uniforms, update the logo a little bit,
yeah,
just bring it back.
Those powder blues.
You don't have, yeah. Are you kidding me? You'd sell jerseys.
I'd buy an Expo.
You don't have
jersey.
to. You don't have to worry. Because the whole thing is you're worried about the market, what it would be in the town and the city. You don't have. You would generate fans really, really quick.
Oh yeah.
And you would give young kids in Canada an option, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of Canadians
would
pick. You could pick the Yankees. You could pick whatever team you want at that point. But in terms of your country, you would probably lean towards the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it would grow the game exponentially. It'd be great for baseball.
Yeah, you're reaching another city. I know that they had Mexico City as an option in Mexico.
No, that's rough.
Which, yeah, you want to grow your sport. They've been playing the games down there, but it would be a different dynamic for the players to travel down there.
It's a lot to ask guys that, have lived their whole life in the United States or wherever.
Going to Canada isn't much of a difference. If you go to a hotel in Canada, whatever.
It's just the language barrier. That's
yeah.
the biggest thing, You expect these guys to go down there and just be surrounded by Spanish, and I'm sure that they would adapt and they're getting paid a lot. They're getting paid
a lot
well.
of Latin players anyway,
but some of them aren't, and that would just seems like too much.
It's a lot of traveling.
Yeah,
you're going. I don't know how far down Mexico City
I don't think
is,
it's that far down, but it doesn't seem like the best of ideas.
I think Montreal and Nashville. I think you're definitely bettering the game
Yeah.
and the market and the league as a whole.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
I agree. I think that they got to make that happen. Montreal, Tennessee, definitely at the top 2 on the list. And then some sleeper towns, cities. You got Portland Trailblazers, Oregon
Yeah.
Ducks. They got some, I'm sure that they would love some baseball out there.
Yeah. I think if you gave Manfred our list, I think Montreal and Tennessee.
Tennessee at the
just
top
makes
of the
sense,
list.
Yeah.
And then the other one I threw in there was Indiana.
Not bad. It's a good
Not
sports
bad,
town.
right? They got sports down. I don't know, do they play a lot of baseball in Indiana?
I'm not sure. More basketball.
Probably more basketball than anything, right? Football. Yeah. But those were just some, fun things we were throwing out. We'll see when that happens. Maybe potentially some talk about it within the next CBA agreement when that goes down.
Yeah. They're also, because we talk about how we'll talk about baseball as a game, or we'll talk about the Yankees and what they should do or what the league should do. I think it was my idea or your idea of because they implemented the challenges, right? And robo umps has been a big talk, but what I said was just you should just be able to challenge pitches, which they are implementing.
Yeah,
which is like another prediction we made, which I think it will change the game completely, because especially more in playoff baseball, that happened to us multiple times. It happens to everybody where it should be a 2-1 count instead of a 1-2 count.
Yeah, and you get banged, and it's like it's a big pivotal point of the game,
Yeah.
And if you got that where you don't leave it to chance, umpires are still going to be part of the game, but at least you get the game right.
Yeah,
football's doing it, basketball's doing it.
You still need the human element, and you still need someone there to call guys out or safe at home plate. Like, you can't not have an ump.
Yeah.
But it just, what are they doing, 2 or 3? How many challenges do you know?
I think it's 2, but you keep it as long as you're
if you
correct.
get it right, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, so, and most of the time these guys know. One way or the other.
Bad calls, like there's some gimmies out there where it's like it's a no-brainer. You're gonna tap your head.
It's gonna be funny though, because you're gonna see a lot.
The umpires are gonna get humbled.
Well, that, but also you're gonna see a lot of guys just make terrible fucking challenges calls.
You're gonna see tempered guys
from
that
either the pitcher and the hitter, catcher. They're all gonna be fucking.
But what pitchers?
It's gonna be great to watch.
Pitchers and the batter can call it.
Pitchers, catchers, and the batter.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's gonna bring a cool dynamic.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's one of the best things that they have done to the game recently.
I can't wait
with
to
the Ghost Runner and all the other stuff that they've done. I think the Ghost Runner's out now.
Is it really? Dan, can you look that up?
That would be great. The Ghost Runner sucks.
Yeah,
give me 14-inning baseball games
sucks
again,
because it's not in the playoffs. It's just for regular season.
Give me 14-inning playoffs, 14-inning baseball games on a random summer Tuesday.
Look up. Is the MLB taking out the Ghost Runner next season or leaving it? What else we got?
So
let's move along.
We're gonna move along here.
They're not taking it out, or they are?
No, they're not removing it.
Yeah, it's
they
gonna
made
stay.
it permanent.
That's bullshit. So I got a question for you real quick, and then we're gonna get a little voicemail from our weekly guest here, weekly slot guest, Buffett Dupe. He'll be coming up soon. But when you're going to a ball game, right? We're going to a ball game. What are 3 things you're like, oh, I'm grabbing this? At either whether it be a concession or piece of merchandise. What are the 3 must-haves you have to grab?
Gotta have a ballpark, Frank.
Absolutely. That's number 1 on the list.
I don't like hot dogs unless I go to Yankee Stadium.
If I go to a baseball game and I don't get a hot dog, something happened.
But you know what I really do love, too? Nice pretzel.
See, I'm not that big on a pretzel, man. I don't get the whole appeal of a pretzel.
They fill you up, sober you up.
If you go ahead and give me a pretzel and you give me a lot of that cheese sauce or a lot of mustard, I get down with it. But I'm sure there's some people out there that like pretzels dry. That's
No,
like
I like
cereal.
it. Yeah, I don't need anything. Just the salt. Just not too much salt. I'll rub it off a little
No,
bit.
if anything, you need more salt.
Can't be too much. Then it's just killing your tongue.
I don't know. I'm not a
Then
big
you drink the
fan of
beer, it
like
tastes different.
pretzel buns and like pretzel.
I think
Leave me
a
alone with the
ballpark Frank.
pretzels
with
are
some
fine how they
sauerkraut.
are. Like the roll. What are they? Rolled gold.
Yeah, those are good. The skinny ones.
Rolled
good
gold.
pretzels.
Yeah, man. That's my pretzel.
But not at a baseball game.
No.
So we went to this year. We went to a playoff game, right? We went to the DS.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. This was last year before we went away. We won the game because we bring good vibes to Yankee Stadium. We wake them up. But we had this guy sitting next to us and had headphones in, had a camera. Very peculiar guy.
Yeah.
And what was he eating?
This guy must have been like a food critic or something, because
Definitely an analytics
he was getting
guy.
up like between every fucking inning and just coming back with more and more food. He had to have tried at least 5 things. He had
Yeah,
nachos,
But at one point,
ice cream.
he took out something wrapped in a paper towel, and I'm watching the game, and I smell
I
an
think it was
orange.
a clementine.
Yeah, I smell a clementine. Who brings an orange to a base? I just thought that was very peculiar.
Who goes to a baseball game by themselves and then brings a clementine?
Yeah, it was
That's
very
the bigger
strange.
question.
It was very strange. He was like younger. Like I would have bullshitted with him about the game, but I was like, I don't know. Weird.
No, I
Yeah.
want no part of him, man.
Yeah, but back to your question, I'd say ballpark Frank, pretzel, and an ice cold beer.
Okay. Solid list.
It's a great time.
I'm going ballpark Frank number 1, Cracker Jacks number 2.
Ooh, Cracker Jack.
Oh, easy. And then I'm going, either a beer or like a nice Coke. Like I like those big cups, those souvenir cups they give you. So like I'll go ahead.
When
and
I was
get
a kid,
nice
it was
Coke.
definitely the ice cream with the Yankee helmet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they still got those too.
Yeah, those are great.
It's nice going to Yankee Stadium and like seeing what kind of different foods they have there.
They got the
every
huge
year.
bacon.
Yeah, that slab of bacon is good.
Although, shout out City Field. City Field has great food.
I want to. They do. They do it. They do. I'll give them that. I want to try the 99 burger, but they only sell 99 of them. Like it's
Yeah,
stupid
you
promotion.
Got to get there early.
Like just make them all game. I got to get there early. Like it's gone when the doors open up. Everyone
Should
got
make
them.
more than 99.
Yeah, like I
Should
get
make
it.
999.
Like if you debuted it as that, like not first 99, but then like I want to
Have it
get.
on the menu.
I want a burger,
Yeah.
a Aaron Judge burger.
Yeah.
The fuck, man. Yankees, do something about that.
All right, let's get to the
Dan,
voicemail.
do you got like something? You been to a ball game before?
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's hot dogs, beer, and like freaking either. I would do peanuts, I guess.
All right, you
Okay.
jerk.
Peanuts are good.
Whatever.
It's the same. You're gonna have hot dogs. You don't want to get anything else.
I don't know.
It's
Maybe
all
you're like a foam finger guy.
You
That's
ever,
not. That's not a. You said
No, I
food.
said merchandise
Oh,
too.
you did say merchandise.
you ever
Yeah.
go to a game with someone?
I
and,
guess
like,
a hat. I'd get a hat.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's good. You ever go to a game like or a concert, whatever, and like it's like we've been going to games since we're young. It's like we know what it is. We know like we talk about etiquette a lot. That's more for the How We Doing podcast. We won't get too into it on the Brink here, but you finish your stuff, you got your garbage, you put it under your seat, I went to a game with a buddy and he's like, "What are you doing? You're littering." I'm like, no, it's not littering. They have a staff that comes and cleans the stadium.
It's like the movies.
The movies a little you can some people embellish at the movies. Don't make a mess.
Well, yeah, don't dump your popcorn
There's
out on the
there's
floor.
another movie airing in however
But like,
many
if
minutes.
you finish your popcorn, are you gonna take it? Like, if you don't want it anymore, you're
no,
gonna
but
leave
like
it there.
some people throw it full and leave it a
No,
mess.
yeah, that's despicable. You
Yeah,
can't
but like
do that.
as a Yankee fan, like we pay for our tickets, and Yankee Stadium pays people to go clean the stadium, clean the stands.
Yeah.
It's like
First of all, you got to hold on to that rail going up those stairs. It's like climbing Mount Everest. You
Yeah.
can't be having garbage in your hand. You got to switch lanes at some point because you got some guy coming down the wrong side.
yeah, it's,
You can't be doing that.
it's
Leave the
common
shit there.
knowledge. Like
Yeah,
you're
I'm
not
with
gonna
you.
hold your garbage the whole time. You put it under, and that's it.
I'm with you. Moving on. We're gonna talk some football now. But like I said, we're gonna. I believe
Let's line
this
up this
this is football related.
Buffs takes.
Buffs takes week 2. You guys heard
What do
the
we got?
first
What do
one.
we got?
Here comes the second one. Let's see what kind of tomfoolery he's got.
I want to talk about DK.
Yeah, turn that up a little bit, Donito.
Run it back.
Keep moving. I want to talk about DK Metcalf slapping the shit
Uh,
out of that fan.
yeah.
I don't know what exactly was said, but you know what? I think every once in a while, fans deserve to get this shit slapped out of them. I, on multiple occasions, have seen fans get their shit rocked by pucks or sticks or whatever. And you know what? Fucking sometimes they deserve it.
Hey,
All right.
that was fantastic.
Buff's a bit of a character.
Yeah. I
You could hear he was at work.
play that. Yeah,
Yeah, he's at like
he's
a
at the
club
arena.
or something.
Play that DK Metcalf.
Yeah, can I see-
punching
I
the
don't think
fan.
I saw
You didn't
that.
see it?
No.
It's like he grabbed this. I don't know if it was like. I hope it was a guy. Grabbed this guy by the hair, but it looked like a girl.
I think it's like a wig.
Okay, grabbed him and then like kind of hit him
Oh wow.
with one hand.
You know, I don't think he probably did like hit him a little
Hey.
bit, but like
Listen, I mean, it depends what was said.
This fan in particular with the blue hair going on, the wig or whatever. I mean, we don't condone violence, obviously, but if a fan had it coming to him, I'm sure he said the right things.
He didn't say just anything to have that happen. You know what I mean? Like these guys know that they're being looked at all times. They try and refrain from this at any any and every moment.
It's kind of funny
So-
that he grabbed him, you know? Like,
Yeah, good for him, man. Put him in his place. That guy was probably being a jerk. I'm with you, Buff.
yeah,
There's
he
guys
paid
out
his
there.
fine.
There's people out there that take advantage of paying for their seat. You know, you could pay for your seat and do as you please, but there's a certain line you cross. You know, when you're still talking to another human being. You know, and if that
Yeah.
person goes to press you on that, if you said that to DK Metcalf outside the stadium, that probably wouldn't have been the only thing that happened to you.
Yeah, I mean, this you've seen this is a big problem. Sorry, with the NBA, and a lot of guys have spoke about how it's like you come there to see them like they're the act, and it starts to make the athlete feel like you're in a circus. You know what I mean? And it's okay to be spoke to like that, which
Yeah.
it's not. you know?
No.
And like the other side of it, which we talked about when the Ryder Cup was here a couple months back, with like what was being said to these guys, and the Ryder Cup is known for being a rowdier
Yeah.
event. There's heckling going on like all sports, and it's like kind of out of the box for golf because golf is a gentleman's game. But you can take it. This is why you make a lot of I said like you're gonna go home and cry, wipe your tears with $100 bills. Like, come on.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what you're getting.
Tough it up.
That's part of it, But like, you think of it out of the other end, like, yeah, these guys are getting paid a lot more than some people think that they should be. But like, think about Jim at the accounting office. If somebody came into his office, and be like, "You fucking suck, man. My taxes are fucking awful." Like,
Yeah, I'm.
like shit like that does happen, but like not by random people
Yeah, I mean,
that are going to watch them. Obviously,
I
it's two
definitely
different things, but
encounter that a lot in my job, but I would never respond with violence unless it was necessary.
right.
there's
that's
no need for a player to do that. Like that's why the fans are so far away in the seats. Like he has to go over there.
No,
and reach
he's-
over there.
he's-
no. He has
completely
to.
out of line.
Yeah, he has to hone that and just leave it alone. 100%.
It kind of goes back to like you're gonna, because if I was at the Ryder Cup, right, I would have been saying some rowdy stuff too. But I think we know where the line is. Like when we go to Yankee games, like we hear heckles like, "Oh, that was a good one." Like they're funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a hockey game, you'd be like, "Hurt this guy." You know what I mean? These people aren't cold blooded. Like they actually want to hurt the guy. It's just like
It's like the competitive spirit in everybody.
yeah, and especially in all sports, like fans play a big part.
100%.
We've been to a lot of Yankee games where obviously we didn't win the game, but we played a part in it. That's why Yankee fans we're smart fans. We know, we're on every beat. We're cheering, we're booing, you know what I mean? Like it definitely plays a part. And it was the same thing with the Ryder Cup. Like you're saying that because you want the Americans to win. You're heckling Boston because you want the Yankees to win. It's a part of sports. Let's not be a bunch of like soft people about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, reacting like DK Metcalf is not okay. He got fined, I'm sure.
$500K.
$500K. Wow. Yeah, I mean, you can't take it lightly.
You got suspended for 2 games. Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, it's what kind of a precedent, as that said, if you don't go ahead and really come down hard on him. You can't just be punching fans.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
I'm sure that fan said something that was way out of line, but you, as the professional, you got to walk away from that.
Yeah. I can't even say I think what Buffy was saying because I think Buffy does mean that because that's how Buffy is. But stuff like that, it's like you not level the playing field, but like, hey, you're not untouchable in the stands. You could just say whatever you want.
That's delusional.
Because that lesson has to be learned for fans that do go over the top and say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
That's what social justice is. Let the fans decide.
That's right. We need like a fan court, like a fan supreme court,
like the Coliseum for fans.
right? Just like proper
Take it
etiquette in
out.
sports. If you fuck up, you're out.
Yeah.
Battle to the
Like
death.
when Trae Young got spit on, like no one should get spit on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Did I think it was maybe a little funny? Like at first, yes, because I could be rowdy, but I would never do that.
No, yeah, you felt bad afterwards,
Yeah.
but great call, Buff. Thanks. Keep them coming, brother.
Yeah. Good stuff.
God bless. So yeah, we're gonna get right into football. The Giants once again disappointed. Last time we spoke to you, I believe they were on a bye, so or they played Washington, whatever. They just came off a loss, Minnesota, 16-13, and they're in trouble. This, out of all the Giants' losses this year, and there's been some brutal ones, they've gave away 5 fourth-quarter leads of 10 or more points. This game, in which they lost by 3 points, might have been the worst one. And I say that because the Giants' first overall pick, their rookie sensation, that now everybody's got questions about, and with the first overall pick looming for the Giants, they're questioning whether he's the guy. But now you got the organization internally questioning if he's the guy because they're not letting him play how he's played all season long. That's gotten everybody, the fan base, the whole team energized. You go out there, and for anybody that didn't see this game, the Giants didn't let him throw a pass till the second quarter of the game. In a scenario where they're 2 wins on the season, you got nothing else to play for, nothing to lose. Just go out there and let the kid rip it and not be afraid. And you go out there and you put him in bubble wrap. And he looks awful. Where do we go from here now?
Yeah, no words. I think you start with the fact that I don't like the politics of football, right? Because every coach is on the hot seat unless you have success, right?
Sure.
Unless you're Bill Belichick or, one of those guys. But, we were saying before, it doesn't make sense to fire your coach mid-season. It does if you have a good team and he's not coaching the team well to win games and you have a replacement, not just one of your guys internally.
Yeah, but that comes with
interim.
past success. A coach that had it and they won games and they had a structure in place where if you do lose him, it's still a machine where okay, they're losing some games, maybe some bad calls by the coach. He's lost them some games. He's been a little reckless with how he's been playing the quarterback. But at least there's a guy behind him that knows kind of the same system. You got a guy that's 38 years old that doesn't know how to lead a group of men, that didn't draft this kid. And, these guys don't care anymore. They're not going to show up the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
You're not playing for the team at that point. You're playing for yourself if it's ideal for your career. It's
a disgrace that they went out there and they did that, man.
Because ultimately, you took a messy situation with Dable and a messy situation for Jackson Dart, who was in his rookie season, who's looked as best as you can on this football team, and you've made it more of a mess.
Yep.
And you're a lot of people could argue that you're messing with Jackson Dart's progress and he's going backwards.
No, you are. He's regressed.
Yeah.
He is 100% now regressed since Dayball's firing. And now, it sucks because the Giants, it finally looks like they found this kid. He's had some success. The Giants haven't had a quarterback, obviously, since Eli Manning. We had flashes with Daniel Jones, but that was never a sure thing. And now it's unfortunate because the fan base really likes him. I really like him. And now they're in this position where they're going to have a new head coach, probably a new general manager. They didn't draft Jackson Dart. And they're going to have the number 1 overall pick and have a chance to draft their own guy. So firing Dayball honestly might have set this franchise back another 10 years.
Yeah,
I hate to say it, but I really think that is where we're heading towards.
I hope it's not that drastic. And like that would speak into the politics of the game because apparently they wanted to fire him on the plane back from Denver because we just fell apart and it's happened time and time again. I get that, but you kind of like in Jackson Dart's perspective, you put yourself in his shoes. He was going out there trying to win games for himself and for Daboll because Daboll's coaching for his job. And you see Daboll fired up on the sidelines, especially in the beginning of the season. And he was able to light a fire under these guys' asses, especially Jackson Dart. That was his guy.
Yes.
And now you bring in Mike Kafka, who just seems like kind of like, I don't even know.
He's limp.
Yeah, what do you get out of this guy?
Nothing.
And he's not getting the best out of Jackson Dart. And he's making the situation messier. And the team's just getting worse and worse. You just got to hope that, I'm not worried about Jackson Dart.
Not
I'm
entirely.
I'm worried about what the organization does in terms of GM and coach and making sure that, because, John Mara, you hold the power that whatever GM you bring in, you want him to, if I'm John Mara, you want him to be on board with, hey, we're not trading away Jackson Dart. We got our guy. We're not going to try and be right twice. We're never right anyway.
You got to hope that that's their thinking.
Not just like surrendering to, okay, well, these are our options. We can go out and get Mendoza and trade Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it in your hands.
Like, you see both sides of it because in the eyes of John Mara, the owner of the Giants, they haven't won a whole bunch. So there's not really much for him to be patient about because he wants to win. But at the same time, he's employing these guys. He's making the decisions, and he's been wrong time and time again. And, the decision should have been made no matter what going into this season, no matter how bad it gets, we're keeping Brian Daboll and Joe Shane because you didn't fire them last year when they went 2-4, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't know how many games are in the NFL season
If you
anymore.
have a veteran quarterback, okay, fine. You want to get rid of your coach, whatever. We'll figure it out. And the Giants have done this time and time again. Daniel Jones, right? Had a great year. Unfortunately, tears his Achilles. But, if you look at it, Daniel Jones didn't have a chance. He had, in terms of years and time, he had a chance to prove himself with the Giants. But he was in shitty situation after shitty situation.
Yeah.
He never had the same playbook and same system to play in for more than 1 year.
There's different guys. There's different quarterbacks. There's quarterbacks that can thrive in a good system with a good team. And then there's guys that could play above that level, right? While I think Jackson Dart is one of those guys that could play, above the level of a bad team, obviously he hasn't shown that entirely.
He's sparks.
He's been shown sparks, but he's been dealt a really bad hand. And at the same time, he can't play defense. He's not playing defense out there. And they blew a lot of leads that, if the Giants are playing games in only 3 quarters, they're probably flirting with the playoffs right now. So
yeah, and if you look at it like it's not like it's a downfall. We've been this bad for a while. We've won 4 games in the last 2 seasons. You fire Daboll to make a point to say you care, and you don't want to tolerate this failure, but you don't look at the aftermath in terms of making it harder for your rookie quarterback.
Yeah, and it's all playing out.
It's not like, we were like a successful team and the team's falling apart. You got to get a new guy, save the season. Obviously, we can't afford to have another shitty season,
No.
but it's been nothing but failures of seasons.
No.
So what's the difference?
It was a major risk, man. It was a major risk firing Brian Daboll. Everyone was content and like, yeah, this is the right move to do it. They've been terrible.
It's very reactive.
Yeah, but it's unfolding in front of us in real time, and I don't think anybody is thinking that Mike Kafka wins more giant. I mean, clearly he hasn't won any, so Brian Daboll is probably going to sneak a game or two out in these last. What did he get fired in week 11 in the last 7 games of the season, 6 games of the season? So I think it really, put them in a bad position to where I'm less confident now going into this offseason than I was,
Yeah.
5-6 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's just they're doing it wrong. You got to bring in a whole new GM and coach, which I hope they plan on bringing in a new GM. And like you said, they're coming in with a guy that's not their guy that they didn't draft, which was the same thing with Daniel Jones.
Yeah, they're repeating history.
It's like
that's what I said. Like this might set them back now.
But that's why
thinking about
Mara has to get a GM that's endorsing Jackson Dart as his guy, and a coach that wants to coach Jackson Dart, and then let them work together and put the pieces together.
Yeah, the first overall pick, if they get it, is such an asset for them because they could trade that down and really bolster the team. And that's what they need. You found the quarterback. You found the guy that can play quarterback in the NFL and play it at a level maybe better than,
Yeah, he can win.
only a
games.
handful of guys.
Just get
or,
the supporting
his play
cast
is
around him.
Equal with a handful of guys. So, yeah, we'll see. We're
It's
going
bad, but you hope it's not that bad, and you can't let it bleed into next season.
You do, yeah. So speaking of next season, this week the Giants, they have 2 more games left. Thank God. They're playing the Las Vegas Raiders this week, so this is going to be the Tank Bowl, the bowl of tanking. You got the 2 and what are they? 2-12.
Yeah, we're both 2-12.
2-13.
Oh.
2-13. New York Giants versus the 2-13 Las Vegas Raiders. Games being played in Vegas. And if you ask me, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I'd say we probably win this game. Right now, I have zero confidence with the play calling, with what was displayed last week. The lack of, I don't want to say lack of effort by the players, but I felt like the coaching staff kind of just packed it in. They're ready to go to wherever it is they're going at the end of the season on their vacations and whatnot. Hopefully permanent vacations. And so what else did I want to get into here? Yeah, we'll see. It's definitely important what's going to happen, to transpire.
To secure the number 1
this
overall
weekend.
pick.
Yeah,
It's the only positive you can have from such a bad season.
They're not going to directly go into it tanking and sit Jackson Dart and play somebody else.
Only throwing the ball 13 times could be perceived as you're trying to lose the game.
Yeah, but if you're Mike Kafka, why are you tanking? You don't have the job. You're not getting the job.
Yeah, I'm not
You've
sure.
done nothing to prove it unless he's getting confirmation from somebody, which would be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens this weekend. They're playing at 1:00, and then the teams behind them is the Jets. You got the Jets, you got the Titans, and you got the Browns. So Jets are playing the Pats and the Bills. So they're losing. They have 3 wins. The Titans are playing the Saints and the Jags. So possible 2 losses there, most likely. We're talking about the bottom barrel of the league.
We have Vegas and then who?
Dallas.
Okay, we just got to lose to Vegas.
Yeah, we're not beating Dallas at MetLife. That's not going to happen. And then the Browns have the Steelers and Bengals. So, They really, like you said, if they lose this week,
What,
they pretty
will
much
we-
secure the number 1 pick. Because
What happens if if two teams have the shittiest record?
I think it then goes to division record.
Okay, so we got that. We got that locked up.
The Vegas probably has a one division win.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. The Super Bowl this weekend. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll see what transpires. Yeah, so that's going to wrap up football for this week. We're going to talk a little bit about the Knicks. Let's go Knicks, baby. NBA Finals. Wait, what are they? What is it called?
Emirates Cup champions.
Emirates regular season cup champions. The boys pulled it out. It was a great game if you actually watched it. Brunson went off. Everybody played great. Anunoby played great. The Spurs are a great team. They're definitely going to be in contention going down the stretch. But the Knicks pulled it out, man, and I'm proud of these boys.
I'm glad we won something. I mean, I guess it's like cool. Like me as a sports fan, obviously I don't consider it any type of championship. It's what it is. And then you raise the question: are they hanging a banner for it? Which I am very glad we are not.
Right, that's already been confirmed.
But
They're
some
not
teams
hanging the
have,
banner.
right? Some teams have.
I don't know if they have. The only other 2 winners have been
Didn't the Lakers win it?
the Lakers
I think
and the Bucks.
I think they raised the banner.
You know what? But like the Lakers are in a position
Lakers
where
can,
they
yeah.
could do whatever they want.
Yeah, they can. It's just another banner up there.
Right.
They have tons.
That's fine. The Knicks are lacking banners, so
we
it's
are a
like to go ahead and
depleted
put
fan
up
base. We
a
can't-
Mickey Mouse banner like that.
Yeah.
They can't do that. But I think it definitely bodes well for the team. Like, you know, it puts some pressure on them in
Momentum,
regular
yeah.
season. I think it's great for the NBA. I think it's definitely something that's good. Maybe they could work it out so where it's not so like, I don't know. Maybe for me, just like the courts. I don't like the courts. And they got to do a better job at like letting you know when the qualifying games are. I feel like there's not that great of like, you know, like these are the big games, like, and maybe like switch up the pools to get better matchups in it. But
Yeah.
definitely improving it.
I think it's good for the league. It brings more competitive play in the regular season, make people watch a couple more games throughout the year.
Yeah.
And I think it can be good for the Knicks to just carry some momentum. You played some, I mean, I don't know if you would call it a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, you would.
Okay, then, I mean, that's good. It's always good to have those kind of games in the regular season.
Yeah.
I feel like baseball, because it's set in series, you can kind of have more of a playoff feel with rivalries, especially towards the end of the season. So I think basketball needed that.
Yeah, they are, man. Cat loves being
All right.
Emirates Cup champion, man.
I don't want too
Tyler
big of a
Kolek's that
celebration,
boy, too.
to be honest with you, but no, it's good. Hopefully, I mean, the Knicks have been here. I think the Knicks are what you would call the best New York sports team we have right now.
Definitely the best shot at you know, coming out on top at the end of the year.
That's
They
what started out.
they definitely have a great shot. And, you know, the trade deadline is coming up. So we'll see if they stay put. There's been some talk about Giannis.
I'll take them.
It's a tough discussion, man. It really is, because it's like the Knicks are jiving right now. They're playing well. You know, they came off and they beat Indiana right off the cup, and then they beat the Heat last night. So, you know, 2 good teams in the East, and they just beat the Spurs. Like, they're maybe rolling right now. So to break up what they got
If you could make it
know.
a seamless trade where you just kind of plug and play, it's not a bad move. Because Giannis is on a supermax contract, right? His contract's not up anytime soon, so
yeah.
He's not going to be available again unless he goes somewhere and it's really not a good fit.
But not available to the point where you want to sign him, too. He's going to be older.
Yeah, so this is your only chance at Giannis, and to get a star like that speaks great volumes, especially in New York.
You know, this might be what Leon Rose and Worldwide West had in mind, what their Knicks are doing right now, you know. So we will see. We will see if they go ahead and pull the trigger. You know, it brings me back to when the Knicks traded for Melo.
Yeah, it would be that big.
Yeah,
It would be bigger.
Trades are different now, where it's a lot more draft picks, but the Knicks don't have that much capital in draft picks. They got a lot of it. They gave a lot of it for Mikal Bridges, and did they make another trade that they gave up a draft pick? I don't know, but a lot of them were Mikal Bridges.
Giannis is a good passer, no?
Giannis is good at everything,
Like, because the only
except for shooting free throws.
Yeah, whatever. But like
But he's actually not sneaky, kind of good.
You bring in Melo, right? When we brought in Melo, and obviously you're changing the shape of the team. He's an ISO player. He's gonna get you the points you need. He's gonna get you a bucket when you need it. But like Giannis can come in, and Jalen Brunson can still have his success. Can still play great defense, and he can score 30 points every night.
It just depends who you have to give up. If you have to give up Cat and Anunoby,
no, I wouldn't do
No.
that. I would give up Cat and Bridges though.
Cat and Bridges I could probably live with more, but I still think, I don't know, man. You've seen it. You've seen how it can mess a team up, and the Knicks have a real shot right now at getting there.
No, you're playing with fire. You're playing with fire.
Time will tell, but let's go Knicks, man. Let's
Yeah,
fucking go.
Let's ride it. Let's ride it out.
Let's keep going. In other news, the Rangers still suck. I believe they lost to, who did they play the other night? The Penguins, and they got shabopped, man. They are,
Rangers hockey's tough to watch right now, and you just gotta
yeah,
kinda
they're not
stick it out. Until
they're
the
not
end.
doing it. You gotta expect, like, is Chris Jury gonna on the hot seat?
I don't know. I feel like he should be, because he kind of has made all these moves, and I mean, he inherited a team that was not this bad. It was competitive, and we had, he made good moves at that deadline, and we brought, like, we had Tarasenko, like, you had.
Yeah, but you also had opportunities to re-sign those guys.
Yeah, that's where I think he kind of steered towards his direction, which I didn't agree with. I mean, Patty Kane, I kind of understand he's older, but I mean, and Tarasenko wanted a lot of money, but I don't know. Traded Chris Kreider.
Traded
Just-
everyone.
He really is taking the soul out of the team,
Yeah.
and it's where, like, a Ranger fan like us is like, it's not the same to watch until we have some success, I guess. But
Yeah, Rangers are definitely going to be on trade watch if they don't go ahead and start winning some games. Mika, Panarin, Igor, they might strip it
I think
down.
Igor's the only one we'll hold on to, just because you need a goalie no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's been talks about everyone, so
I mean, how could you not? You're
That's
a
his
bad
thing.
team
He
that hasn't
doesn't
won in a
care.
couple of years.
nobody is untouchable with this guy.
Yeah, it's not the
And
best
he
way.
really, he really tore apart our core.
I think he rubs a lot of the players probably the wrong way too, and that's why they don't
I
play
think,
for him.
yeah, I think he's a very hard knocks kind of guy.
Yeah.
That's why all those guys spoke out about him, and then he traded him. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
how do you? I mean,
Come on, Chris. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
what are we doing, man? You were a great Ranger. We're
Rangers
we're fuck-
hockey is what
we're
it
fucking
is
this
right
up,
now,
man.
And that's all I got to say about it.
That's it. Dan, how you feeling about your Super Bowl picks, though?
Freaking just dandy, boy.
You feeling good about it?
Yeah.
Rams, even though they took an L last week.
Don't matter. We'll bounce back once Devontae Adams is healthy.
Okay, that 2-point conversion was bullshit. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was trash.
Yeah, I was really surprised because no one was calling for that to be reviewed.
Yeah, that seems like there was a call
Was that
from
inside
New York.
the 2-minute warning or no?
No,
That's crazy
no,
because they could
that
have.
wasn't the game time.
They had the option to challenge.
Oh, it
if
was
they
the game
wanted.
tying, but there was more time left. Yeah, yeah, it was like out of nowhere. Everyone left the field like.
That's what makes you think, like, okay, this was a little like Vegas has a say in this right now.
Yeah, Vegas, because I mean, like the NFL. Why does the NFL want the
And it
the
really didn't
Seattle instead
look-
of the Rams?
Like, I could understand if the receiver is standing behind the quarterback, it was a backwards throw. It would have been called on the play, but it was pretty. It was, when there's a
You see
video-
that play happen all the time. The ball drops and they never call it.
Yeah,
a fumble.
When there's a review on a play or someone challenges, there needs to be definitive proof for them to overturn it. The call on the play holds, more bargaining chips than what they're challenging for. That seemed a little rigged.
It was such a stupid way to give
and,
a team a 2-point
They
conversion.
had to keep showing whoever it was pick up the
Chardonnay,
ball in the end zone, and he doesn't think he's scoring a 2-point conversion. But the replay, they just have to show it happening. I'm this is stupid right now.
Yeah,
that was a great game though. It seemed
it was a great game.
It
Won some
seemed
money
like
on
a
that
Super
game.
Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was definitely the game of the year.
We'll see.
But that call was questionable.
I still feel confident about my Bills, man. I do.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
Big win? Not really. They beat the Browns by 3. But
it's all right. I think
win's
Josh
a win.
Allen's a little banged up. I think he needs a little therapy.
yeah, Superman, needs a break sometimes.
Yeah.
Too. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out all the socials. We got a YouTube, obviously, if you're watching on here. We got the Instagram, the Brink Sports Podcast, and then we also have TikTok and Twitter. Follow us. I should come better prepared with my Twitter handles.
My Twitter
I'll
handle
get that
is,
better next time.
Nico the Brink. Check me out.
All right, I'm at the Brink Chris. Oh, I'm at Chris the Brink. That's right.
All right.
Check it out. Definitely be getting into some fights with some people on there. So if you guys want to see that, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Definitely spread some cheer. Happy holidays to everybody. Hope you have a great one. Maybe a happy new year if we don't see you. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging
We'll be
out
back
with us.
next week. Hopefully some more fun Yankee stuff to talk about and cover. Hopefully we have more of a team by next week.
Hopefully, Cashman, Santa, baby, work your magic. Yeah, man.
Thanks for joining
Appreciate
us
you.
on BSP Radio.
Brought to you by How We Doing Productions.